fertility protocols is usually like 1,000 to 2,000 IUs, HCG every other day, or
dude, that's a lot.
Yeah, your nuts will be on fire.
But I imagine you'll have some pretty good benefits from it. I mean, regarding semen volume and like, testicular size and all that stuff.
I did 1,000 IUs 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday with FSH every day. My nuts were huge.
Oh my God.
Can't wait to get them back down because it's annoying.
Regarding HCG, you and I think personally have talked about this, but I'm not sure if we've talked about this on air. I know that I believe you've talked about it on your channel, but I came across the lead doctor at Defy Medical, put this study to everybody's attention on Nelson Virgil's forum, Excel Male, where they basically showed that within the difference between 150 IU injection of HCG versus a 500 IU injection of HCG, in that in the first 24 hours, that's really the only time frame that the 150 IU injection, demonstrated like reasonable serum HCG levels. After which, meaning at hour 24, there was 0, it's like milli international units per milliliter, whatever, of HCG. And then 72 hours the same. Whereas the 500 IU dose, produced 2 and then 3. And then it was at 48 hours, there were still 3 milli international units per milliliter of HCG in that person's blood. And then it dropped off to 2 at 72 hours and then 0 thereafter. So what is your, you and I have talked about this, and I think the topic was like, how much, HCG can you take without really upregulating aromatization significantly? What is your take on that, considering it's like, you take less, you aromatize less, but you take more and you ultimately get more of the benefits from taking more?
Yeah. So there is a study which I quoted in the Merrick Health seminar, where they used HCG at various dosages, 125, 250, and 500 IUs to assess what the intratesticular testosterone production was. So at 125 IUs, it's like subpar. They're already shut down from TRT, and they want to reinitiate testicular function with HCG. So they were on TRT for a while. They withdrew the TRT, and then they did the HCG experiment. 125 IUs, 50% reduction after a while. 250 IUs, 9% reduction from baseline. So technically, based on that, like 275 would give you acceptable compared to baseline testosterone synthesis.
It's a little bit more,
after you've been shut down. And 500 IUs would give you, I think, 26% more.
Okay.
Of course, if you're going on TRT, you want more.
Right.
And this was not investigated in combination with TRT. We do know that there's a negative feedback directly through the androgen receptors in the testicles.
Yeah, this is true.
Testicles also have androgen receptors, estrogen receptors, and progesterone receptors. And that's why synthetic progestins are so good, because they kind of directly shut the testicles down through the progesterone receptor, and now they're unresponsive to fertility medications, to LH and FSH.
Wow.
So 500 IU seems to be the superphysiological intratesticular testosterone production dose.
Right.
And of course, based on serum half-life, like you mentioned on the previous study, this was just from the forum, right? Based on blood work. It was not super controlled, but just like an aggregation of anecdotal experiences.
No, I think that this guy, I think he was referencing a study. You would have to search, in order to find this, you got to search, Dr. Saya, SAYE, Excel Male. And then, I think the title was like, what is the proper dose, or how to properly dose HCG? I believe it was an actual study.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll find those and link them down below for research purposes. And eventually I'll get to the best dose of HCG deep dive, and then I'll include those. So it seems that anywhere between 250 IUs to 500 IUs for testicular function is good. Yeah. And then of course that results into spermatogenesis, but that's longitudinal data that would need to take place at least 3 to 4 months. And I can't remember if those studies have been performed. Fertility protocols is usually like 1,000 to 2,000 IUs, HCG every other day, or every day even. Yeah.
Dude, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, your nuts will be on fire.
But I imagine you'll have some pretty good benefits from it. I mean, regarding semen volume and like, testicular size and all that stuff.
I did 1,000 IUs 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday with FSH every day. So 75 IUs every day. And my nuts were huge.
Oh my God.
Can't wait to get them back down because it's annoying.
Yeah. It's inhibitory to your pants.
Yeah, it's inhibitory. Yeah, but semen volume was great. Like at one time I did a semen analysis after 4 days of abstinence. It was like 5 milliliters. I'm like,
wow.
What the fuck?
What in the hell, bro?
Yeah. Normally it's like 3 milliliters. That's already good. But this is 5. Yeah.
Abstinence is the answer.
I've seen one semen analysis from a guy that helped with his fertility. It was 7. I'm like, how long did you wait? Wow. So, 5 days. It's too long.
Jesus Christ, brother.
It's just too long. So anyway, to get back to the subject. So with the HCG, of course, if you do subcutaneous administrations, it's, I think it's right. Serum levels are elevated for about 48 hours. And it's well established in the scientific literature regarding protocols that every other day or 3 times per week is just the most favorable. So I think most guys, especially now that HCG quality has come down, Americans vote bitter. Mm-hmm. Right? Don't let those guys label it as a biological because now the quality has gone down.
Yes.
So this year, right? This is the election year.
Yep.
You get a second chance.
Yeah. Big year coming, everybody.
Big year. Yeah. RFK. Oh, right. Let's make it happen. Mm-hmm. So, I think he's pretty pro steroids. I think he takes some himself as well.
Yeah. The big guy, that big dude. I mean, he's 70, whatever, walking around like he's 20. You know what I mean? The guy's and he eats like shit apparently. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, no,
yeah. He's eating McDonald's and all kinds of fucked up shit, man. But he's just dude has energy, bro.
Maybe he's on the semaglutide train.
He could be. But you're right. He's like 6'7" or 6'4". He's tall, man. His kid is taller than him. Wow. One of his sons is like taller. The youngest.
Everybody needs strong, tall leaders, man. It worked for Russia.
Yeah. Yes, man. Yes, the world needs it, bro.
Yeah, the world needs. So anyway, before we get too sidetracked, so it appears that like 3 times or every other day administrations is the best based on the clearance of serum levels, and then higher dose. Especially now the quality is a little bit wishy-washy. And if you can, try to source recombinant Merck Ovitrel. So that's recombinant human chorionic gonadotropin. And then if you can get the pens with 6,500 IUs in 0.5 milliliters, then it's 2 clicks for 500 IUs. And it lasts, 13 injections. So that's almost a month.
Oh, yeah, so that's pretty good.
Yeah. So for $50, $60, you have an entire month's supply of HCG.
That's great. That's honestly great. I mean, it's very pricey these days unless you're getting it from UGL or whatever. I guess.
We both know a guy, right? AP.
Yeah, we both know a guy.
Yeah.
Where it's actually quite legit. But I mean, God, I paid $250 and this is many months ago, for the last 10K IU vial of HCG that I bought from Defy, through Empower. That's a lot of money. $250 for fucking, what ultimately is about a month and a half worth of HCG. It's crazy.
Yeah, and the weird thing is with the HCG that you reconstitute, because you're constantly piercing the vials, it seems to denature or lose potency within 2 weeks.
I think so quicker. Like they claim 60 days, but I don't think they're taking any of that into account. And of course they're going to claim the highest amount possible. Like it's definitely not 60 days.
No way. So you notice a lot of guys, I'm on HCG, I'm doing the 500 IU protocol. I'm asking, when was the last time you reconstituted the vial? Because of course it's a libido consultation, right? When was the last time? 45 days ago, beginning of last month. I said, let's stop now, reconstitute a vial, and we'll use the remaining of the minutes for email advice. And then guess what? 2 days later, they feel better. I said, you reconstitute one every 2 weeks. Yeah, but then it cost me $200. I said, that's why we have UGLs or online sources, so you can save a little bit of money, the risk is increased. Yeah, but it is what it is.
It's a trade-off. It's a better trade-off, honestly, doing it that way. Yeah.
So I do think that HCG is its place to sustain libido, because TRT and even HRT has a little bit of a honeymoon phase where guys feel like good for 6 to 8 weeks. And then like, why is my libido not as good anymore? Why is my energy levels not as good anymore? Because those intermediary hormones were still lingering around. It takes a while for those to kind of clear from the system. Yeah. And you're with this increase in testosterone, you're also increasing micronutrient demand, and neurotransmitter synthesis skews a little bit. Yeah. So TRT is it's never just TRT. It's a whole slew of micromanagement.
Definitely.